Hey now, everybody, what's going on? Hello, hello, hello. Happy Christmas, everybody. Happy belated Christmas, everyone. Welcome to Hot Book Alert Live, where we bring you the latest and the greatest in comic books and comic book sales. I'm your main members, not coming at you on the ones and the twos, telling you what's up. Hello, everyone. And joining me today. Joining me tonight is Heroes Reborn. How you doing, man?
What's up, brother? How are you?
Doing all right. How was your Christmas?
Christmas was good. It's always good when family are around, you know? I know that could be sarcasm, right?
That's all I'm gonna say. Is nothing. Just laugh. That's it. That's it.
How
Uh,
how was your Christmas?
it was cool. I didn't do shit. It was great. I love not doing anything on holidays. I love it.
Not being bothered.
Man, it's like it's the greatest thing.
That's
Love
a
it.
gift. That's a gift in itself.
Unfortunately, Thursdays is usually the day I'm off anyway, so it's kind of like it's just like a regular. It's like a regular day to me.
Hmm.
Unfortunately, if it's okay, so next year Christmas is going to be on Friday, so that should be a lot better.
Hmm.
But yeah, because it feels like I got gypped out of an off day. So, but yeah, it was a good time. It was a real good time. How's everybody doing in YouTube land? Did you have time to search for any comics or anything like that?
Uh, Slim pickings. Basically, it's always better for me to wait till after the new year, you know? That's when I get back on the doing shows. Third week in January, I'll be out set up at a show. So I'll get right back into digging and finding things and showing something every week or every couple of weeks. I'll have something.
I understand.
It it it's odd during Christmas, you know what I mean? Like the week of Christmas or even just after Christmas. Even when I went to my LCS for like 10 minutes, I walked in there, I said, "What's up to everybody?" Yeah, same thing. X, how's the holidays? Uh, and then moved on to elsewhere. You know, it just doesn't feel right being in there. It always seems like they're ill prepared for digging in books, and it seems like he hoards things away and then he waits to the new year to put it all out. So
Oh,
I I,
really?
I kind of just know. I've been around long enough in my LCS, too many years not to know already that all the good stuff will be out for the new year.
So you figured out your store's patterns.
Yeah, I mean they've been my store for 20 over 20 plus years. So,
Mm-hmm.
but the last few years have been predictable. So
Ah, okay. All right. Yeah, I understand that.
you know why? Because they put stuff out. They have sales during the holidays, so they'll do like twenty
Mm-hmm.
percent off of slabs or
Yeah.
whatever's in the store. And then they do that with different things because they have vintage toys, they have new toys, they have children's books, they have slabs, they have back issue stuff. So they do every day is another sale, and they'll do that till the end of December. And then once the new year starts, then it's like, okay, the all the crap that was in the showcase for blowouts and sales and stuff comes out. All of the new stuff comes in, new collections or slabs or books, key books, small books, little books, big books. They all come back out, and then it's back to business.
I hear you.
So,
I went to a store Christmas Eve. I didn't find too much. I found like one book.
but a
That was the extent for me.
a book that you would say you would typically look for, or a book you settled for because that's all there was.
It's something I typically would have gone for.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that was something I was looking for. So yeah, I'm pretty sure. Actually, they were like that day they were filling up long boxes because I saw the guy. He was one of the employees. He was checking Overstreet and then just putting back issues in and then putting them out as the box got filled up because he was pricing books at the counter. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So I should have just stayed there the whole time while he was filling in long boxes until he finished. That would have been the move to
Eh,
check fresh long boxes. That's what I should have done. I probably could go back. Shoot, probably Wednesday or something like that, maybe, and take a look. I don't know.
see, see, like my LCS is closed Monday, Tuesdays. So I don't get, no one gets to go back in there until Wednesday, which is New Comic Day.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go in there New Comic Day just to see what came out. I do have a couple of maybe one or two books on my pull. But then I always check the boxes to see if new stuff was added. And you know, like you said, it goes back to the same old, we go back into digging, asking questions, what's new, what came in, but like I said, it really won't kick in until I do that first setup at a show, because that's when all the people that have been buying and buying these sales at different places will come to the show with new material, new merchandise, and I'll get to see what's going on at a small show, you know. But
I'm Oh yeah. By the way, speaking of shows, I will be back at the Pittsburgh Comic Show in March, and I figure that time that I was there in November
right,
last month, I kind of just blew out a bunch of boxes for $1. You know, comics for $1, just because I just didn't feel like pricing them. But I'm gonna have to lock in at the beginning of the year and have some have some actual books priced as opposed to you know just blowing them out.
yeah, I always I know I notice when I do these shows, there's certain dealers that just kind of put out uh dollar books, $3 books, $5 books, and then they have like a little rinky dink wall with maybe 25 books on it, and maybe three are like worth asking about, and the rest are just kind of like like what the fuck, like why is that on the wall? But um
It's gonna be me.
yeah, I love when people they come to they think that I do an extravagant setup for a small show. And I tell them it's not that. It's just that everybody, well, not everybody, but a good percentage of people are already doing the $1 to $5 shit, and then have the wall with the maybe two, $3 that are decent, and then the rest is just kind of like who gives a shit, right? I'm
Hmm.
like, if I bring it every single time I set up, at least, at the very least, even if you don't spend money with me, you get to look and you go, ooh, ah, wow, ooh, and if there's an attraction, you know what I mean? And I'm putting my best forward constantly. I try to, at least. And but there's levels to it. New York City Comic Con gets the really exotic big boy books, and then all lesser shows, it just keeps going down until the wall starts being where it's all attainable stuff financially, but stuff that everybody's usually looking for. And that goes all the way far back to from Golden Age all the way up to Bronze Age, and then maybe I'll sprinkle in a little copper. You know, so, and copper being NYX3, first Deadpool, first Venom, stuff like that. That's like that copper stuff that people still want, but you
Yep.
still have to have a few bucks if you want to get it. So, I've been stocking up on that stuff. Like I've been buying a couple extra NYX3s. I'm up to around 4 or 5 copies of first Deadpool, both newsstand and retail. And I think I just acquired not just acquired maybe a month or so ago. I acquired a first Venom that I can flip. I was thinking about pressing it, and then I was just like, let's let somebody else do it.
Do you press yourself?
No, no. I thought about that shit. I did. I looked for machines, but then after you start talking to guys who really, really do it, there's a process, brother. It really is. It goes so far beyond just having a machine. It's endless trials and errors and lots of work. There's a lot of it's deeper than people think it is. I seen guys who buy the little t-shirt presser and they use that for their they use that for books and I tell you what, I've seen guys get really good with that thing, but it really isn't, it's not the type of machine that's going to turn a book that was an 8.5 into a 9.4. You know what I mean? The guys who
Hmm.
really delve into that shit, like, the guys that we know, like Red Hood and Big Leg, all those guys, they have a system. They apply, moisture and mist and whatever, and there's a patience thing. There's cleaning. I watched my guy at my LCS do it one time, and it's such a process, man. And I looked at it, and to do it the right way, it takes a lot more than just buying a bullshit machine and knowing about temperature. It's not just about temperature.
Hey, keep talking. I got a bid on something. Hold on.
Yeah, I wouldn't ever try to pretend like I know about that. I think as collectors, we all think, when we see a book, oh, it can benefit from a press. Um, I don't know. I think that's people just very how do you say, loosely say things like they know, oh yeah, this can benefit from press. Have you ever pressed? Do you know what pressing is about? Do you know the work that goes into it? Can you look at a book? And yeah, listen, if you lay anything flat and make it flat, it's going to present better, but it doesn't make it a better book. This is why we always talk about, when you buy a book, never buy this, the book according to the label. Buy the book for what's inside the case. Look at it really good. That's why I don't shy away from buying PGX. There are people who bring me PGX,
Two
and I
minutes
think it's,
left.
yeah, and I think sometimes they go, it actually looks pretty good. So I take a close look, and I've gambled on some PGX, and it turned out to be a winning gamble. Sometimes you see, the book looks legit inside. Like I know you say you feel like you're gonna crack open a PGX and a fucking dead roach is gonna fall out. You know, but there's so much more to it. I gave up trying to pretend like I know about pressing or suggesting to people that book can definitely turn around from press, because if it can't, you know, then I look like a jerk off. I don't need
Hey,
people spending money on me.
what's the ratio of PGX that turned out well?
What do you mean the ratio? How many have I delved into where they turned out well, and how
Right.
many haven't?
Yeah.
Um, I first of all, I haven't gambled with too many PGX, but I would say, let's just say if it was five, I probably had three were like super home runs, and one was basically the same, and one was a complete failure. Meaning I cracked it to cross grade it, and when I
Yeah.
cracked it to cross grade it, it actually came back a
Hey.
lesser grade, and apparently there was in the notes there were other issues, problems with the book, beyond just the visual of the cover. And I think CGC noted that there was like water stains that apparently it probably went through an amateur cleaning, meaning somebody tried to fix it up a little bit before they put it into PGX. And PGX, it must have got by them, and they gave it somewhat of a decent grade, I think it was like an 8.5. And then when I sent it off to uh PSA, not PSA, CGC, of course it went through a mild, and the repressor did tell me, uh through closer observation, looking at it, he said it looked like there was some staining that was attempted to be removed, and he says, so that may or may not, hurt you when you go to CGC. I said, well, let's give it a shot. And when it came back a full grade lower than the PGX. I was like, all right, this shit's gonna happen at some point. You're not gonna win all the time. But I had a PGX Spider-Man 135, which was my home run story.
Yeah.
I think I had it in an 8.5. I gave it to my guy. He cracked it. It didn't need much. He said it actually was really a sharp copy to begin with, and he was also shocked by the lower grade. But he gave it a little light TLC, and when it came back from CGC, it was a 9.2. So I was really happy with that because it went up, from an 8.5 to a 9.2. And although with that particular book, some people are shocked to hear that a second appearance of Punisher um is not a super valuable book. It isn't. You can get a 9.96, probably for about 350, $400. It's a very attainable book,
Yeah.
being what it is. Being, you would think, with Punisher first appearance being such a hot book, that very second appearance would at least get some kind of an uptick. And he's on the cover as well, of 135. And it's also a really cool cover. It's a Ramita. There's a lot of good things happening for 135, but it gets shit. So even I mean, I could just flip that book into eventually and build it up to a 9.6, like basically sell what I have and just buy a 9.6 very easily. It doesn't go for a lot of money. So, but
Yeah.
like I said, that was my win-win. Was I did see that book at a show, and the guy had nothing on it for the price. I looked at it and I just said, I can't see how this is an 8.5. And then the guy even said, he said, well, it is PGX. He was like, who knows who was grading this book or what, and I was like, And then it sat in boxes that I had, slab boxes for, man, years. And yeah, if there's a such thing as an old PGX label, that's what it was. It was like, it was an older
Yep.
PGX. And then one day I just said, fuck it. I was tired of looking at it in a PGX case. I said, let me see what CGC will do with this. And it's too bad. Like I said, I didn't buy more PGX stuff that I felt like, were salvageable, meaning that you can cross them over and still get a good grade. Because I probably would get some good deals. But there was a time like you, I was afraid of PGX big time. I was just like, who the fuck? What's a PGX?
I know,
Who's
right?
yeah. I mean, in fact, to this day, I've yet to see a PGX website, or like there's no, like, you go to GPA and everything relates to CGC on GPA. Like there's never been a site that I've been on that suggests anything with PGX at all. Nothing. There's no referring back to it, or there's no go to this link and look at their stuff or how they grade. I don't even know if there's a PGX website. Nor do I care. I guess I just don't care. I'm sure it's very easy to find.
Hold on. Let's
So
see. Here we go. PGX Comics. Not secure, by the way.
yeah.
Submit books. Let's see. Oh.
It's-
404 not found.
Does that mean that it doesn't exist anymore?
Let's see. Interactive submission form. This is somewhat embarrassing, isn't it? It seems we can't find what you're looking for. So even the site is dysfunctional.
Hmm.
So that should tell you a lot.
But this is what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't even thought to put that in my search bar. PGX Comics. And no. I mean,
And-
when was the last time you saw anybody put up a PGX on eBay? I've seen older PGX books, like the
yeah.
one that I cracked open. But I've never seen anything like, say, like, 2 years ago, like some new label, some new attempt at some, at a case, or at least CBCS. And this kills me to hear. My LCS, they submit to CBCS as well, right?
Mhm.
But by request, for customers. They don't do it themselves for their stuff. Certain customers, and I said, well, what's the ratio of how many people submit to CBCS versus CGC. He says one per month, maybe, for CBCS, versus CGC is like hundreds a month. And so I just said, at some point, like you start wondering, you know, how does CBCS survive, or how do they even still have something? Because you do see less of it. If you do a search on eBay, you don't see CBCS slabs as frequently as you did 2, 3 years ago. I think 2, 3 years ago, people really thought CBCS had an actual shot to compete, you
Right.
know. But
I thought so too. This
and,
was like however many. Okay, so this was however many years ago, like at the very, very beginning. Like I was fascinated with the label. I was fascinated with um just the whole presentation. I'm just like, oh, we got some stiff competition here. And then all of a sudden it just kind of not. They changed the label up to where it was looking really bad and generic looking. And I was just like, oh, this is it. That's the end. Never mind.
yeah, CBCS is weird because they went through several phases of a label in
Yeah.
such a short period of time. Like I think if you really, deep dive into how many different labels in a certain amount of years, I think they went through at least four different looks.
That
Because I
very
remember,
first
yeah,
label looked amazing. I loved
yeah,
it.
it had something to it. It just
Had
had
class.
it had the little shield with the CBCS
Yeah.
letters in it, and my thing is, real quick, I just want to respond to Joey, the stunt master. Yes, I have seen an EGS. EGS look, and again, I'm not taking a crap. It could be a legit company, but it looks like some shit where you buy the material at like Michael's and make it yourself. You ever seen Mercenite? You ever seen an EGS case?
Yes.
It's like
Yes.
it looks almost like you can just buy all the stuff at a arts and crafts store and just kind of make your own label, make your
Yeah.
own. It's such a weird. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't EGS the one where they went and did color matching labels to the book and stuff like that?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, didn't they kind of? And I just said, what is this? Like, matching the colors of the label to just whatever the color scheme was to the book. I mean, listen, it's if on a personal level, that's probably really cool. If that's all you want, it's just the display, that's fine. But I can't take a company serious that cares more about how fancy the label is than actually doing the job and getting the grades right, which is why I take PSA just a little more serious than any other company that's tried to compete against CGC, because PSA can give a shit about what you think about their label. Their label is what it was since the beginning. They've done that with coins and money prior to cards, and then when they went into cards, they did it the red and white label. And when they went into books, they didn't give a shit what anybody had to say about, oh, it's such a boring label. Hey man, that's our look.
This
That is.
this
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like some old Build-A-Bear bullshit here.
Yeah, that looks like something if you downloaded the right app or whatever, you
Yeah.
can just Photoshop your own label. You can buy a snap case. I think my LCS has these little plastic cases that look like grading cases, but they're just for, putting your book in and maybe mounting it on the wall. And this looks like some shit like you could just make, you know, if you have a color printer or something to make labels, then you can just do it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's just too, it just, I don't know, I want to say amateur. It just looks like it's just for people who just want a look, not an actual grade.
Yes.
And I'm going to be honest with you, I've never seen that in hand. I've seen a lot of people show it to me in groups, comic groups and stuff, like pictures and stuff, and I just kind of look like, you know. I
Yeah.
mean, Mercenite, if you went, let's say if you're looking for a book that you like, let's say, I don't know, a book that I've heard you talk about, like these punk, what is that, steampunk, Wonder Woman book or something like that variant,
Oh yeah.
right? If you've seen that book in one of these EGS slabs, but they want it close to like the CGC price, you just got to go, hey man, I'm out. I'd rather just pay, an extra 150 for that CGC label, and it's more legit and it's, you know, But if somebody tried to price a legit book anywhere near a CGC book, I would be like, in an EGS slab, I'm like, I'm out. I could not take it serious. And it's not, again, it could be very legit people running that company, but, or at least trying to be legit. And I will not give it a chance because I'm not interested in, like I said, a place that cares more about the cosmetics of the frame rather than what kind of job are you doing, you know?
Hey, Bruce. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. All, all right. Let's get into it. We have a lot to go through here.
I know we spent a lot of time talking about the holidays and EGS.
All right. Venus #1.
If
I
Ben
never
was
see
here,
it.
if Ben was here, there'd be none of the shenanigans.
Right. Hey.
He looks at us right away like you're on. All right, let's go. Venus
Yeah.
#1. Yeah.
I never see this. Never.
I feel like this is a book that if Dino was here, he'd say he's talked about it before. I feel like this is I don't know why, but I feel like I've heard Dino bring it up. Venus. It maybe not this particular cover, but this title.
Well, just no. Yeah. Well, Venus in general is tough,
Right.
but like a #1, and then the
Mhm.
final issue.
It's a very cool looking cover, though. I can tell you that.
I love this cover.
You know.
And I don't remember. Okay, so Marilyn Miller used to own this book,
Mm.
but
Yeah,
so this was a girl's title.
Well, obviously, this is geared towards girls, right? I mean, like, if you were a boy, you'd rather take, Captain America timely books or, something more masculine than a chick on the cover called Venus, right? I mean, obviously,
if your dad
I'm-
caught you reading this in the 40s, he'd take
Right.
you to a camp or something.
Right. Or somebody would be bringing you to Shutter Island,
But you know what? This thing is in rough condition. It still went for $1,000.
Yeah.
Holy cow! This is beautiful. I mean, I love.
I'm curious who's the artist involved with the cover and stuff like that. Could it
look
be?
Look at the collection this guy has.
Oh, this guy shows this in the auction,
Yeah.
and I guess he's trying to get you to look through his store a little bit, saying, "Look at all these books."
Yeah.
Right?
Wow.
Okay.
Do I have sellers of their? Oh wow.
Oh yeah, he's got some stuff.
Ooh, I like this.
Okay.
I love this cover.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby.
Those are his ongoing listings, or those are sold listings?
Ongoing.
Yeah.
Damn.
He's got some books. And he's old school. He's got them in a binder.
Freaking old. And he got them in the old man binder.
Yeah.
This dude must be old. He must be like an older boomer.
He's definitely in his mid 60s or higher.
Yeah.
Because I do remember when I was a kid, I did work in an LCS, and I remember those comic binders used to be coming fresh out the case, and we used to buy binder sleeves. And they were guys but like you said, older guys that were like, "Do you have anything? What can I keep books in?" So naturally, we always went right to boxes and bags and boards. But then when they saw that things were a little more practical, where you can actually put it, see, old guys like to keep their collection like in a closet on the top shelf.
Yeah.
And easy for them to pick, take out and lift, So it's like the binders made sense for them, I think.
This is some old man shit all day, every day. Look
Yeah.
at this. Look at the stuff he's selling. This looks like some estate sale shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the guy's been around for a while, bro.
Yeah.
He's that looks like a hoarder collection being sorted. Like he said, I'm finally gonna do something with all this.
Right. Yeah. Good for him for selling it. Got it on top of the towel. Nobody older than nobody born after
It's-
1960 is putting their comics in binders
Right.
like that.
But I just like that he's got like you said, he's got Pepsi bottles, fucking hand puppets, uh street signs, comic books. That's a dude that walks into a lot of people's estate sales, like the walk-in, and you just kind of rummage through somebody else's house and buy, nicks and knacks.
Mm, look at that.
I did.
But I love this Venus.
I've done that. Have you done that before? Have you walked into an estate sale and just kind of rummage through somebody else's house?
You know what? I don't think I've ever been to an estate sale.
Oh,
I've
dude,
been
it
to
is.
like a bunch of garage sales, but not an estate sale.
There's a real creep factor to it because it's legit where you walk into somebody else's house, right? Everything is for sale there. Everything. Like you can walk into the bedrooms, you can walk in the bathroom, you can walk in the kitchen, you can open up cabinets. And when you pick, right, you
Yeah.
either just have a little corner you keep everything or you just walk around with it. And then when you're all done, usually at the front entrance of the house, there's somebody there set up at a little table or something, and they usually have a laptop already linked to like all the sites like eBay. This way they can kind of, sometimes they do try to do a little due diligence and try to figure, okay, did this guy just take a $20,000 item out of one of the rooms? So I went into one estate sale where I felt really creeped out because all I kept thinking is, did these people die? Like, what was it, like an old guy or something, or an old woman? So I do ask questions, and I sometimes I just wish to hear, no, she's moved into like one of these community homes, and the family's selling the property. But when
Yeah.
you hear somebody died, and it's like you're walking into a dead person's house, and you're going through their shit, it's just such a weird feeling, man. Very strange. And people don't give a shit because I've seen people just like straight up go into the cabinets. Like, why would you want to buy their cups or their dishes? And I don't know.
So Bruce sent this
Oh yeah.
PGX sale, 8.5 green label, moderate color touch, spine reinforced, tear seals.
Nah, can't do it.
Amazing Fantasy 15. So what does this thing sell for? 14 grand.
Well, that's Canadian.
No, this was 21,000 Canadian, but
Yeah,
14
Canadian. 14 grand US.
US, right.
It looks like a huge score, but man, you crack that sucker out. Like you said, it's, to me, it just always feels like you're gonna find out later that the cover was like a perfect copy, or the inside was missing pages, and I don't know. It's very, very fair. I mean, I guess if you have that kind of money to spend, you have that kind of money to lose. Like it's like a gamble,
Right.
So
all right. Next is Real Life Comics number 3, classic Hitler cover, classic World War II Hitler cover. Look at this. This thing sold for $5,750. A CGC 3.0. Wow.
you've talked about this book in the past.
Yeah.
On different levels, different grades. It always gets really good money. It's Schomburg. It's definitely a Schomburg cover, and it is a very very Hitlerish. They show you everything. If you look at all the details around him with all the Nazi bullshit.
Man, this is look at the tape on the. There's tape on the cover covering up the staples. This thing is not in the best shape, but
it went for huge money.
Strictly a cover buy. All right, I'm not mad at it. Batman 251 CGC 9.2 white pages. So this sold for $1,600. Which one would you take, the Batman or the Venus?
Batman. Just because the Venus, first of all, if I remember from the pictures, it's disconnected from the book, right? It's basically completely detached. You really can't grade it and not get, what, a 2, 1.8. I wouldn't want anything to do with that. If I come across that at a show, I guarantee you somebody at a show is not selling that for 1,000. They probably have it up for about $400 or $500. And if you got cash in hand, you'll probably walk away with it for about $375. So
Okay.
All day I would go for that Neil Adams 9.2.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm not even really a DC guy, but yeah.
Okay. Hulk 340 CGC 9.8. So which one you taking? This Hulk 340 or the Batman 251?
I'm still going with Neil Adams.
Okay.
And I'm not taking anything away from McFarlane or the relevance of this cover, meaning it is probably McFarlane's like top, 5 covers in his
Yeah.
entire career. Maybe even a close top three. As far as the significance of it, people knowing right away that's McFarlane. I'm still going Neil Adams all day for that money,
Okay, so we have 398s here. The Hulk 340. So this sold for 1317 after 54 bids. And we have a buy it now for Amazing Spider-Man 238 with the tattoos. This sold for 1200. And we have a Amazing Spider-Man 194 that sold for 1650. So which one are you taking? The Amazing Spider-Man 194 in a CGC 9.8 or the Batman 251? Which one are you taking?
I'm probably gonna go with the first Hobgoblin 9.8. Only because
I'm
I
talking about
think
the Black Cat 9.8.
the Black Cat 9.8
Yeah,
or the
similar.
Batman.
Yeah, similar prices.
I'm going with the Black Cat. Only because that particular what is that that wannabe newsstand with
Yeah.
the strike through it.
Uh-huh.
I think the one with the strike through it is the tougher version of that cover. There's two different versions of that
Newsstand and
newsstand.
direct.
There's there's the newsstand that's without the strike going through the newsstand logo, and then there's the one with the strike. I think the strike is the tougher one, and it commands more money, and I would definitely go with that. Spider-Man Remeder, to me, Remeder, Spider-Man stuff, a lot easier to sell. Plus, I'd probably want to keep that. I don't know.
Okay, so which one you going with? The first Black Cat or the first Hobgoblin? Which one you going with for the money?
Well, there's a $450 difference there. Yeah, I'm going with Black Cat still.
Okay.
Just the older book, what is that, like late Bronze Age, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah, Ramita
Okay.
over his son. Yeah, I take senior over junior.
I got you. All right. Oh, geez. Look at this. Look at this.
Don't play this gambling game now because it's always going to be, the answer already.
What is going on here? 2 copies of Mark Spears Monsters #1 first print cover A. So 2 copies sold for $850.
850. I tell you what,
two.
I bet you those 2 copies were found together, and they were probably fucking close to 9.8 examples for somebody to just outright pay $850 a day before Christmas.
Right.
Because the day before Christmas, I'm really not buying any fucking anything anywhere. I'm still licking my wounds for buying gifts.
I hear
So
you.
for somebody to drop $850 for 2 copies, they're probably very high grade, and I guarantee you the person who found both those copies back to back in a box somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, so which everybody in YouTube land, which one you taking? This Mark Spears Monsters #1 and a 9.9 for 5. Okay, this thing sold for $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Or you going with Real Life Comics #3? Which one you taking? Which one you taking?
Number 3 with all the tape on it.
Which one you going with? Real Life Comics.
That is super modern day versus golden age. You have to care about new books to even answer that question honestly. So Me, I'm
Man.
gonna tell you right now, I still feel like I can find that real life book in a lot of small shows. There's a couple of dealers I know that show up with like these thick old magazine boxes with
Mm-hmm.
Golden Age in it. I still feel like I can pull that in that grade for a very reasonable price. The Monsters 9.9, and first of all, I'm not spending 5,000. As huge as a fan as I am of Mark Spears and Monsters, I'm not spending 5,000 on a number one. I'm
Jeez.
completely satisfied with my 9.8 signed by him, and I have a plethora of raw copies of Cover A that I'm completely content with. I would never spend. I don't care if it's 9.9 or 10.0. I am not spending 5 grand. So
Bro, I would have figured a 9.9 of this would have sold for like maybe 2 grand at the most. Maybe 2 grand. Like for it
right,
to sell for 5,000, that's kind of I don't know. It feels a little excessive to me.
it could
Just a little
be.
bit.
It could
Just
be,
a little
but
bit.
let's put it this way. And I'm not comparing this to Invincible or Walking Dead, but if Invincible was found number one, found in a 9.9, what would it get? Because a 9.8 gets around 5 grand. So I
Yeah,
figure a 9.9 would have to go what? 9 grand, 12, right?
probably
Somewhere in that,
12.
all right, let's say in that ballpark. So would people be afraid to spend that money on an Invincible one? Probably not,
Mm.
right? Because it's still a very hot book after what it came out in 2003. So it's 22 years old. It's got a really, really cool animated series. You got Robert Kirkman as the writer. You know, like there's a lot of pluses happening for that book. Um, this book, let me tell you something. I've told this to somebody very honestly, and again, Spears is, I consider him a friend. I really care about the guy. I love his work. I'm a huge fan of Monsters, no secret. But I always tell people, I buy it because I care about it. I like it. If the book completely crashed and burned, I wouldn't give a shit because I'd still love my collection of
Mm.
monsters because I like that type of stuff. But if the guys that are in it saying they're gonna do this is gonna be big and they're gonna pay for the children's college with it one day, who knows? Maybe.
I hear you.
If the ongoing series does work, because you gotta remember number 9 is dropping in March, and that's where it officially goes into an ongoing series. We'll find out in about 6 months after that, after about 3 issues, 4 issues come out, if people are
Mm.
still feeling, monsters. But again, if you know the guy's writings, if you read his books, I can't see it failing because a lack of effort. That guy puts his whole heart into this. This is his baby. So I don't see the wheels coming off because of him. Let's
Right.
put it that way.
Okay. I,
You know what I'm
I I
saying?
I understand. Yeah.
Right.
Not because of the lack of quality.
Right. I think he's always going to put out a good product. It's just a matter of, are the fans going to maintain? So, like right now, you have a classic, absolute Batman number one, and you got Monsters number one. And I heard somebody made a post where they're like, which one is going to cave first? Which one is the floor going to drop from under? I've just because of history with DC, I say Batman, absolute Batman first, because how many
Mm.
times has Batman been reborn into a new universe or new world or new rendition of
Yep.
himself? And it lasts usually what, 25 to 35 issues in a 50 issue run.
Yeah.
And then usually DC starts to think, okay, where's our next arc? Where's our next change?
They
Who's going
start
to come
playing
back?
around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I think Monsters, I'm going to treat Monsters like Walking Dead. Walking Dead could have stayed even to this day alive if Robert Kirkman chose to continue writing that because he had the fan base for it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's apparently he got so involved in either owning Image or just taking on TV projects and all this other stuff where he just couldn't do it anymore. But you know, Mark Spears may be a different person. He may say, listen, if I can do 200 issues of this, I'm going to be giving you the same quality, the same writing, the same amount of effort into art. And if that's what he does, we could be talking about Monsters literally 15 years from now.
It
You know?
seems like I always think Walking Dead, like if he was too busy for it, he could have just handed it over.
Yeah, but you as a fan and a follower, how many times have you enjoyed something that the creator made, and when he hands it off to somebody else, you as a dedicated follower, you feel let down.
You
And
may
you just
just
right. And then the one thing you read wrong or the one piece of art you didn't like submitted for the next following issues, you're gonna
yeah.
say, I'm kind of out. I really
You
don't
go,
care
oh,
anymore.
this ain't the same. Oh, they
I'm just
could,
saying, you
yeah,
know,
I get that.
if Mark Spears said, let's say 5 years later, hey, you know, I'm writing the TV show now for Monsters. I really don't have time for this anymore. If he hands that off to somebody else, not that it can't be decent, but it's not going to be the same ever. You're never going to read it the same. You're not going to pick up that same feeling when you're reading it. The art's not going to be the same. It's everything's going to change, and then it'll lose 50% of its fan base.
All right. Voltron, a legend forged, #1. So this CGC, so this is the Jenny Frizen variant. So this is dang, it's over 1,700 in a 9.8. So which one you taking? This or the first Black Cat?
The Frizen Voltron or Black Cat?
Right.
I gotta still go with Black Cat because it's got roots, man. This is really you're looking at Voltron, Jenny Frizen. It's just really a cover buy. It's not you're not getting anything as far as I'm concerned. Nor I don't care about. I loved the TV show when I was a kid, the cartoon Voltron. I'm not buying this because it's the comic was fantastic. I'm buying this because Jenny Frizen did an awesome job on the cover versus um Black Cat being that particular issue, that particular part of the series was just killer, that book, that particular era of Spider-Man was just big, man. And you're not losing with that. That's going to be a relevant book, 50 years from now, the first Black Cat. At
Yes.
some point, if Frizen ever retires, the only people that are going to give a shit about Frizen are going to be us, and we're going to be fucking 90 years old, you know? So there, how many more cover artists are going to be out between today and the next 5 years?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Will Jackson, Frizen, and Sveta, and all these people, they're going to be, if they're still doing covers, they're just going to get, they're going to be in the pool with 200 more cover artists that everybody's excited about. The ones that stand out will be the ones that maintain some kind of freshness in how they're doing their art. Like Alex Ross. Do you really get ever tired of Alex Ross covers? Right? It's the same
Right.
style, meaning what he brings to the table is the same, but it's fantastic. It's beautiful. So Frizen may still be around, in 10 years, but so will 150 other new fresh talents that everybody's going to be feeling, So cover buys are really cool, but I'm not putting it on the level of the legendary, series like Spider-Man. So
I hear you. USA Comics #7, classic Captain America cover, with Schomburg. So this sold for 2,600 after 76 bids.
And that was raw and chewed up.
Oh boy, is it?
You don't even have to zoom in. I could see it.
Let's see. Okay, so wow.
Yep, missing pieces but it still has a lot of color to it. It's overall.
Look at that.
Yeah,
Just
I think
up.
that looks like it was on the ship during World War II, right? Like it's seen some action.
Yeah, it's it's
some
battle.
shrapnel.
Whoa.
Yeah, some shrapnel went through it.
Whoa, I didn't realize. Damn.
But whoever bought that, they're saying, well, don't worry, when I get that, I'm going to hand it off to my guy. He's going to clean it and we're going to submit it as is, and it's never going to fall apart again in the case. I can save it.
Damn, that thing is.
And to be honest with you, I would try to save that too, but I'm not going to be into it for almost $3,000.
Yeah, for that much, no.
I like that. I like that book in a probably tops $1,200-$1,300 tops. I'm not going 1,000 more into that book, especially with the cover off and the interior kind of popping out. If it's complete, I'm gonna be honest, I love these timely books. I really do. Sometimes you have to see some of the ones I have. I I have some that I love, and they look just like this, and I love them to death.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought into them many years ago, and I probably paid a couple $100 for these. So
Damn.
different time, different era. So
Hey, Three Rivers, are you going to be setting up at the Pulp Fest? I'm just wondering. You setting up? Because I'll be there. I will be there. Let's see what's next. All Winners number 3. So this sold for $1,500.
that feels low.
It does, doesn't it? It was a
Yeah,
buy
it
it.
does.
It was a buy it now best offer.
A best offer taken, and 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah,
Somebody solved a problem financially
man.
for Christmas with one book.
Shoot.
Look at that cover. Are you kidding me? There's too much good shit going on in that cover. I love that cover.
Are you in it for that? For
Absolutely.
that price?
Absolutely. Absolutely. The minute you showed pictures of it open and the covers are not detached and pages falling out, I'm into that cover. Even with the little tape on the edges there and stuff, I'm fine with that. That is a classic cover, man, with all the guys present on that cover. I like it.
Justin Shannon, Carter gonna be leaving Pulp Fest with a stack. Hey man, that's the plan. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed on that one. All right. But okay, so you see the 2000. Are you gonna make an offer on it?
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm if I'm, 'cause I go through phases, meaning when I do searches on eBay, I go through moods and phases. So there'll be times I'm locked into strictly Golden Age and I'm not looking for shit. I'm not looking for anything else. And if I'm zoned in on Golden Age, I'm making offers on a lot of Golden Age, and I do buy a lot of Golden Age. I much prefer though this type of stuff on slab. I prefer to buy it at a show because I want to see it in hand. I want to see, if it's raw, I want to see it in hand. I want to see, if there's any color touch, because a lot of funny things happened with these books back in the days, and a lot of it was unintentional. A lot of people just thought, "Hey, I'm just trying to make my books look better," and they did it for personal reasons. They weren't doing it to scam people. I have a Captain America, some early Captain America books where you can tell somebody was just trying to put some cosmetics on it just to make it look better for themselves, and it just went through, you know, uh 60 years of just sitting in a storage with some color touch on it. So,
All right. Thrilling Comics number 51. CGC 9.0.
that's
Damn.
high.
1945. So this sold for $14.20. Do you like this book?
Not for me. I'm gonna be honest with you. I find Thrilling Comics very easily and very cheap. The couple of Golden Age dealers that I find at the shows in New York, the Thrilling Comics seems to be an easier book for them to come across, whether it's collections or runs or whatever. But I've seen a lot of Thrilling Comics, and I mean, listen, it's a 9.0 though. That's why it's up there for that price. But boy, look what they did to that kid. Hey, listen, the one thing you gotta give them props, at least they put him in a fucking uniform.
Right? They didn't give him buckwheat hair.
No, but at least they didn't leave him. What's the other kids comics where they put him in a zoot suit? Right? Like all the kids are wearing regular clothes, and the one kid is wearing a fucking zoot suit.
I love it.
And Schomburg was a Latino, man. He wasn't Jewish like people thought he was.
Oh, he changed his name to
he
get
changed
jobs.
Yes, he did. Changed his name.
That's funny. All right, here are some variants, some modern variants I want to talk about. Not like high dollar, but just something. Okay, so Infinity #1, 1 in 200 variant.
Hmm.
So this sold for $52. This is what it seems like Endgame was based off of. That's what it seems like.
Okay. That looks like one of those books that people were pulling out of those Walmart packs.
Mm.
It looks like it. I don't know
It
if it is, but
it
'cause
has that.
I did buy, I would say all total, I probably bought around 15 Walmart packs.
Mhm.
And not all at once. I'm talking about spread out, maybe two or three here and there. And I was pulling books like this out of those packs.
You know what? This
Oh,
looks like this is 2013, so this is probably what Five Below pack
mm,
that time period,
okay.
because people were getting Ultimate Fallout 4 variants in Five Below packs. So this might be one of those cases here. That's what I'm thinking. That's just what I'm
Hmm.
thinking, spitballing. But I just like this cover. It's a Jurjevic. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I was just interested in the cover and in the sale.
Hmm.
Now I actually have this book. And I'm still trying to figure this out. I don't know if it's a metal variant of this, or this here specifically is like a metal variant,
The
or
the middle book, the monsters
yeah, the
book?
middle book. Yeah, this Mark Spears
No,
Monsters.
that's not metal. That's this is a store, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate, I want to say it's called Ultimate Comics or something,
Yeah.
but it's a store where they did an exclusive, and it comes in, I want to say, cardstock, foil, and a metal. No, I'm sorry, no metal.
No
Cardstock and
metal.
a foil.
Okay.
And if there is, you know what, if there is a metal, then they only made a very strict limited amount, and probably the store owner, maybe some employees have them. But I have seen this in a foil, and I've seen this cardstock. I bought this from the store's website for I think $25.
Mm.
And they were $25 for a long time, even though guys were flipping them on eBay for like 40, $50 for the longest. I've even seen them for as like 80, $85.
Really?
But he had them up on his site for 25 in the very beginning, and I think he started to eventually start selling them when they were getting 50, $60. He was selling them for like 40, which was still,
Ah.
pretty reasonable. But um, this is really just for the type of person that wants to be more of a completist.
Yeah.
There's really nothing about that cover, meaning the picture of the guy in the middle is the store owner. He's not a character in the book,
Yeah. 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 Okay.
Spears incorporated him into the middle of the book
All right.
as they requested. So
Okay. Cool.
yeah.
I like this cover. This is to me, this feels like a long story short worthy book. So this Star
Yeah.
Trek Next Generation Broken Mirror retail incentive variant sold for $25. I don't know. I
Mhm.
like this. I'm gonna make it a point to search for this. Cause I'm not into Star Trek at all, but I like this cover.
Mhm. What I'm starting to like,
Hmm.
the red shirts. That not the book. I've never read it. I'm talking
Yeah.
about the covers.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
putting
Yeah.
out some killer covers, man.
Yep.
And I think you and maybe even Brian has showed some red shirts, and I really like because they get a little dark. They do a lot of the skulls. They incorporate like kind of like
Yes.
zombified, red shirt members. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of like that, and it seems to be their consistency. Like they've been doing that every issue. They offer a variant that's a little darker than the others. So I may start tracking those down a little bit if I can get them.
Yeah, I think that might be worth it in the long run.
Yeah,
That's what it looks like.
because there is a following for Star Trek, so it's not like
Mm-hmm.
a complete waste. Like if I find them at the right price, I know if I put them in the box, I can get rid of them. It's decent, really decent art. The covers.
Let's see. Beep 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 boop beep boop. We don't have to describe it. We can just show it.
Yep.
Yeah. What
There's
was
some.
the one that really caught my attention?
I think one of them is like a chick, right? And
Yeah,
she's like her. It's like I think she's kind of
this
zombified,
one,
or
this one.
her face is a skull. Yeah, there it is. There you
If
go.
I'm thinking if this was like
Yes,
a 1 in 25 variant, this thing
dude.
would be killer.
But I'm telling you, what does that sell for? Is there a price on that already? I just want
That's a cover price.
All
Cover
right,
price buy.
watch. I guarantee you, we're gonna come back to this in a couple of years or a few years. This is gonna be like $100 book minimum at some point. Watch. Just watch. You gotta let them sell a little bit. Let people, because this is not a book. If I buy this, I'm not flipping it. I like that. I'm gonna tuck it away for $5, and I'll probably buy a few of them if I can get them at 5. But I guarantee you, at some point, a few years down the road, some of these really crazy horror ones, like the girl covering her face, that, this one, I love that, man. Those are going to be something much later on, though.
Ooh, that's wild.
Yeah, probably well after the series is over. When Red
Yeah.
Shirt stops and it's just not out there anymore, I would say a year and a half later, somebody's going to rediscover them and start flipping them on eBay, or the demand will go up because they're looking for it, and it'll slowly creep to $30 book, $50 book, $100 book. Watch.
All right, we have a Tommy Lee Edwards variant, G.I. Joe, Volume 2, number 15. This is a 1 in 10. So this sold for $100. Not too much to say about it. It was just, respectable, very respectable, especially for a Raw.
Yeah.
Very respectable. So I'm not mad at it. But this is but here's my favorite variant probably of all time. Teen Titans number 75. The Adam Hughes, the sold a 9.8 sold for $1,400.
Wow. I know what you're gonna do. Don't do it.
What?
Is it
I
gonna
tell
be
you
this
what. Hold
book?
on. Hold on.
Would you
Which
buy
one you
this?
take? Hold on. Which one you taking? Which one you taking? This
Yeah.
or the which one you taking? This or the first Black Cat?
When you say this, which is this?
The
The Adam Hughes?
Teen Titans 75. Teen Titans 75.
Listen, I'm taking any book you compare it to. I'm taking that book. I don't feel that way about that book ever. And I've seen that book in my LCS before. Although, and I'm going to be honest with you, he's always had it priced accordingly. It's not like he's got it underpriced. If it's underpriced, I'm buying it and I'm flipping it. But I would never say, if I finally find that, I'm keeping it or I'm holding on to it. I'm making my money on that right away. I have no attachment to that book.
I love this book. I love Teen Titans 75. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
I don't.
And speaking of Tommy Lee Edwards, this is a Tommy Lee Edwards cover. Justice League Dark, number 28, CGC 9.8, sold for $306 after 3 bids. This is another one I really
steampunk,
love.
Right?
Yep, steampunk variant. Yeah, it's weird. Certain steampunks go for something, other ones don't. It's weird. It's the damnedest thing.
I got caught out there digging in boxes and finding other steampunk covers, whether it's like a Vampirella steampunk or some other DC cover, and I'm thinking Major Score, I'm finding it for $3 or $5, buying it, and then when I go home and I'm rebagging and boarding, I start searching on eBay and it's still a $5 book, and I'm just like, oh fuck. So out of all the steampunk books I find, I always find the $5 ones. Like you said, there's a lot of steampunks that nobody cares about.
Yeah, it's so weird.
And I would say they look just as good as this. Like I when I do find them, I'm like, oh, this nice little score. It's got to be something. And I get burned. So
yeah, because I remember for the longest time. Let's see, zoom in. So I remember for the longest time this Batgirl variant going for something. And then you got the Batman 28, the Batwoman, because I don't remember if this Batman went for anything, but I mean, you look at it now, it's only $20. The regular Justice League is only what, 25, less than 25. They have it up for that much, but nobody's buying the Superman.
A lot of
This
that
is
steampunk shit, I see it for nothing. I see it for
yeah,
$5 to $10 at small shows. The bullshit ones. Even the ones that people are trying to get $30. I think they're
yeah.
trying to get $30 just because it says steampunk. It's not, nobody cares. You know, there's just one few that people will pay $200-300 for, which is very strange to me because I wouldn't be able to tell the difference between the $300 steampunk and the $15 steampunk. I really
This
couldn't.
this one here is another Tommy Lee Edwards
Is it
steampunk
specific? Is it
Nightwing.
specifically that artist though
Yeah.
that gets that money?
I
Okay.
don't think so. Okay, so on the cover is Deadman, Zatanna, and Constantine. That's who's on the cover of the Justice League Dark.
Mm,
But no, I think it's just the subject matter.
okay.
You know what I mean? Because sometimes let's see. Howard Chaykin. I don't know what it is. I can't stand Howard Chaykin. His art is just too shitty for me. Yeah, so you got this one. This is the one I've been after, this Superman Wonder Woman.
Right.
And I remember for a time the Harley Quinn. Oh gosh, look at that. Wow. So the Wonder Woman 28, 700 raw. That's wild. That is wild. But I remember for a while this shortly after it came out, this Harley Quinn #3 selling for quite a bit.
Mm.
Definitely not where it was back in the
So there's a little fall from grace with that one.
yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just interesting
But
seeing what
that
sells and what
one
doesn't.
that Wonder Woman one seems to always hold.
Always.
It's just,
Yeah, that seems to be the standout.
okay.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that one bit. All right. What's next? What are we talking about next? But I love this Justice League Dark cover. We have some lots. So Batman 227 to 356. So we have a full run. Huh. Okay. All right. Let's see.
It looks like a headache.
For
For $5,000, because you got to figure 44, and then who knows what he's asking for shipping, and then the taxes.
Let's see.
That's $5,000 minimum that
Free
somebody paid for that.
Okay, so free shipping, free standard shipping.
Okay, bonus.
Okay.
Now you got to hope he just doesn't pull who gives a shit and dumps it into anything box. And then when it shows up at your door, the box is crushed and the corner of the books are popping out the corners of the box.
So you get a nice copy of Batman 227. So on the outset, it probably looks like a 7. At the 7 at the worst.
I don't know.
It's decent.
But
decent.
that's the score of the $5,000 lot.
Yes. What is a Batman 227 selling for?
There's a whole lot more dead weight in that collection than there is positivity. I would rather just buy the key. If I have $5,000 to spend,
yeah,
I'd buy a high grade copy of that one book and maybe the one or two other keys and call it a day. I would not want the headache of trying to move 150 Batman books. Or however many that is, 200 copies. I don't know.
Okay. I mean,
look, there are some good ones there. It's just 5,000. I don't know.
What would you be comfortable paying?
I wouldn't be comfortable at all. I've told this to many times to people. I am not a huge DC guy. In fact, I've sold all of these books time and time and time again. I've had them in high grade, mid grade, low grade. I don't feel the need to keep them. And maybe one day I'll have some regrets. Maybe I'll say, I really did wish, because I do like the Neil Adams stuff. I like the Bronze Age Neil Adams stuff. But I really don't, I don't care enough to spend $5 grand on stacks of Batman books. I have a lot of Batman books, and I'm gonna be honest with you. Sometimes I'm willing to take a loss just to get rid of the bulk of filler
Yeah,
issues.
yeah.
But the key books do make money. The Neil Adams stuff makes money, man. And it always gets questions. I can, if I had two or three of those key Neil Adams books, they always, at every show I do, always get a number of people asking, can I get a closer look? Would you take this? Like, basically it's a book that you can talk and make a sale.
I understand. Yeah.
So, but the majority, though, no, the majority is just putting it in a box, and you're putting a price. And at some point, I'm just saying, listen, make me an offer. Especially if I know I got a Batman guy, I'm like, make me an offer. I guarantee you, I'll make you happy.
All right. Look at so Three Rivers Comics made it to Hot Book Alert. So this is his. I did not know, bro. I did not know you had a Young Ally 7. What's going on here? I didn't know this.
He's holding out.
Damn it.
You think he would?
I don't think he had it. I don't think he had it at the show.
Hey, Three Rivers. I think you got to once in a while DM Ben or Mercenot and say, look, I got this book. I'm thinking about putting it on eBay, but if you want it, because I think Ben, of all people, keeps saying that he wants to get a Golden Age Captain America, right?
Yeah.
Like he said, and I even asked him, like, how have you been collecting as long as you have, and you don't have at least one? And he just, like, different levels of importance in his life, has changed his collecting habits, meaning, having kids, getting a house or whatever. And I get that. I mean, dude, don't ever, but, look at that. He says it was
How
at
did
the
I
show.
miss that? I don't know if I was checking the price on it. I don't know. Damn, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention.
You know how you missed it? You went there to shake hands and talk and laugh, and you weren't paying attention.
Damn it. Oh,
See,
hey, speaking of the Zoot suit.
Go ahead, blow it up.
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Look at that. Look at that.
Yep. Front and center.
Oh shit. I love it. So wow, beautiful. This thing is beautiful. So a lot. So we have Red Hood Stories, July 1941. Beautiful looking pole. Was was at the show too?
A Three Rivers. Was this a sale for both books together? This lot? Like, was it a 2-book sale? Or is that just it is. It's together. Why together? I'm wondering.
19 I was gonna say both of them were from 1941, but no. That's interesting. Yeah, man, we got to hear the insight as to why these were both bunched together.
Yeah, why? Because I feel like he could have did well with them separately. Because I've seen that Red Hood book before, and I've seen it sell pretty decent. It's not like a garbage book. It's actually pretty decent.
They weren't moving. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just figured you'd sell them, put them together, and just like knock them out. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That might have been a dealer purchase. That's
Dynamite.
Oh, a repeat customer X for the lot. Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay. Now this is something I think would be up Mr. Longshort's alley here. So this is The Dreamer. Actually, I like this. I like this a lot too. But I remember Ben like really sounding the alarm on this title here. The Dreamer.
Is there a Jeff DeCall cover?
Oddly enough, no. That would have been hot if there was.
Why is he sounding the alarm then?
Although this is
that first one to the left at the top looks like a cover that might have been the focus.
Let's see.
I don't know, from far away it looks like a cool cover.
So all of these are Jenny Frizzens.
Oh, Frizen. Okay.
All of these are Frizzens.
Okay.
So
Oh, all right. It's not that bad looking up close now.
I
Yeah.
definitely I have this one. I have this
Right.
one here. But yeah, they're all really tough to find.
Okay.
All of them. So this set selling for 175. Mm-hmm. Oh, not bad. And, I mean, probably not too terrible in my opinion.
See some spine ticks on them, but I guess
Yeah,
like you said,
definitely.
they're a tough set to get, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I guess the spine ticks are acceptable.
Yeah.
And probably if you are thinking, I mean, listen, this is if I'm keeping a book, I'm definitely giving it to my presser, and I just tell him, look, do the best you can. This is a keeper. You know, I would just want better presentation.
I forget if these are cardstock covers or not. I forget.
They don't look like cardstock. It just
I tell
doesn't.
you, look at that. That definitely looks like the color breaks here. This issue definitely looks like cardstock.
Oh, okay.
But I forget if it is or isn't though. All right. So what's next? The Punisher.
I have this.
218. Every time I get this book, I let it go.
Thank God I never sold my copies. I'm a huge Punisher fan,
Uh-huh.
and I was a huge fan of Berenthal's
Of
take on
course.
Punisher, and I found these at my LCS the day they dropped, and I bought. Typically, me always buy multiple copies of a book I really, really, really like, and I think I bought 3 copies of this. I might have flipped one. I still have 2, and you know. I think if I can catch up with him at a show, I definitely get him.
Mm.
I wouldn't even need it to get slabbed. You know, just the signature.
What color ink would you use for it?
I would use red for the blood. I would use the gel paint red, so it pops off the cover. Because I just don't think any. You know what? The other way you can go to is that bright blue. You know, blue. They used to
Mhm.
play with the colors blue when Mike Zeck used to do Punisher. They would
Yeah.
use it in the highlights of his uniform. Even though it was
Yeah.
a black uniform, you would always
Mm.
find like a hint of blue.
Yep. Yep.
So blue might work on this too if you're a guy who remembers what Zach used to do with colors.
Yeah.
So for nostalgic reasons, I would probably go with blue as well if I didn't have the right red, you know.
Okay. So this sold for 480. Looks like a respectable price. I'm not mad at it. You think you can go for more?
Yeah, because he's going to be in Spider-Man, Tom Holland's movie.
Mhm.
I eventually think we're gonna see him in an Avengers type movie. You know, meaning I think he transitions into the War Machine Punisher. Gotta remember we don't have Tony Robert Downey Jr. anymore as Iron Man. So and Riri has been somewhat of a bust, and then Don Cheadle's, you know, what is he, half crippled, right?
I think he's a
Punisher.
scroll. I think he's a scroll.
He might be that too. So the thing is, we all know where direction Punisher goes in some of the issues where he does don the War Machine uniform. I think to make him power worthy to be on an Avengers type movie, he'd have to don the armor, and it makes sense for him because who better than to just load up tons of missiles and fucking, you know, weapons in an armored suit than Frank Castle.
All right.
You know, so I kind of think they're gonna do something with him because he's a real likable actor, man. I met the guy in person a few times,
Mhm.
and I met him through friends that worked around him. So I had a little more privy, you know,
Mm.
a personal circle talk. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
super, super, super nice guy, man. There's nothing lacking in that guy as far as you appreciating how down to earth he is.
Mhm.
And I really like everything about him as a person, as an actor. He brings it all the time when he acts, man. He does not fuck around. He's kind of like the American version of Tom Hardy. If you think about Tom Hardy's, the way
Ah,
he comes and brings it when he
yes.
John Bernthal brings it the exact same way, but the American version of a Tom Hardy, you know.
Mm.
So,
All
and
right.
when you meet Tom Hardy in person, he's a very very down to earth guy. He does not
Damn.
think my shit, you know, do you know who I am type of attitude. So
What is this? I like this variant. X-Men 510. I come across this book so
yep.
much.
hmm
So damn much. But
My LCS had this book in this shop, and I think he wanted something like this too, like 450 or something.
yeah. So
And
this
I like it, but again, this is oddly enough, it's never been a variant that's been on my radar to personally own. Like if I bought that at the right price, I'm flipping it as fast as possible.
I come across this all the time. All the time. I think I have like maybe a couple more copies of this left. You
And
know what I mean?
it comes in sketch, I
Yeah, that
believe.
partial sketch, which
And
goes
then
for
there's
thousands.
right, and then there's a convention foil
Oh,
of this.
yeah, that they came out
Yes,
with recently. Yeah.
right. So you know, be careful because sometimes I think people get they forget or they don't know. And if you get a seller who's a little fucking stupid, they'll put $300-400 price tag on a convention exclusive. And as a collector, you may be thinking, I just hit a home run. You know, like I'm getting this $100 cheaper than what it normally goes for. It is the convention exclusive. If you find it, if you're spending 50-60 bucks, you're good. But if you start going into that $100 range, you're being taken advantage of. I find the foil almost 100 times more than I find this right here. So
Mhm.
don't pay up for it.
All right. Okay. Now this is one of my personal this feels undervalued. Wolverine, the best there is. Number
It's a
one. This is a 1 in 50 Jurjevic.
church of it, yeah.
And this is like this is basically uh what's the best way to say it? It's like a recreation of the first appearance of Wolverine. It looks like him from his first appearance.
Right, the Herb Trimpe version.
Yes. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, that's
The short ears, the cat like
yeah.
lines on the mask.
Yep.
Yeah, which was kind of cool. I mean, when I've seen statues of that look,
Mhm.
I really gravitate to them. I have the I think the Bowen Designs made a statue
Yeah.
of the vintage Trimpe, and I jumped on that shit right away. Like
Mhm.
my LCS, this is back when I was collecting statues, and I remember when I saw that on the forums, you know, like you can see the preview of it. I told them, put me down. I don't give a shit what they're asking. I want it. It's such a cool it is. I'm shocked we don't see more of it. You know, they're always trying to modernize him, and I think sometimes he's a guy that doesn't have to be modernized because he's such a grungy character, you know, like a
Yeah.
rough around the edges guy. Do you really think Wolverine would give a shit about being modern looking? You know,
Right.
he seems like the type of guy that he's fine going into battle either in a leather coat or the old school, you know, look. I don't see him continuously revamping his look to stay up, you know. I didn't like I think was it John Cassidy that did the first time he actually took him out of that vintage John Byrne uniform, and I think he was the first guy. I think what is it called, Astonishing X-Men or something.
Well, you got Quietly who put him in the jacket.
Yeah, but that wasn't hugely, you know, like fucked up. What I'm talking about is they completely changed they modernized the uniform in Cassidy's
Oh,
version.
yeah, 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 yeah. I know what you're talking about.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
Yep.
and it became the ongoing thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I was just like, I said, I think Wolverine is one of those guys, if you know the character, he's just doesn't give a shit. And I don't think even in the movies, right? The movie he always said, what do you think? I'm gonna wear yellow spandex? Like he was the type of guy that, yeah, I'll fight with my jeans and my wife beater on, you know?
Yeah.
So
But I'm surprised that this 9.8 sold for 400. To me, that's not a bad price at all. I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, all right.
Custom label too.
Yeah.
Usually the custom labels give you a little bump.
I'm high on this book, so I hope it leads to bigger things. I really do. All right. Look at this. So this seller here, so he has a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1 first print. Zero feedback seller with blurry pictures. So this 6.5 sold for 5,500 after 62 bids. And then he sold an X-Men #1 2.5 for $3,787 after 46 bids.
And he's got no feedback?
Zero with this one picture as the 1 of 1. No other picture, just something blurry as hell.
And a low pixelated greasy lends.
Grease. It looked like he was like eating pizza. Yeah. It was just like he was just like just eating pizza, going all like that.
This is the guy that you'll see at a show walking around with an iPhone 5 and it's like cracked to hell. And somehow that shit still gets phone calls.
But this is it's interesting because this guy has like, let me see. Hold on, let me show you. I'll show you.
He's probably got some cool books. If he's got those two, he's probably got a lot more good shit.
Yeah, he's got. Look at that.
Yeah, look at that.
I'm freaking shocked.
It's definitely not a young guy. That's a dude with an older phone, who's taking one picture, and he probably doesn't have an LCS near him, and he's probably like, I got to sell this. I need some money.
Does this guy know that you can, like, do you remember the days when eBay used to charge you for more than 5 picks? You remember those days?
Yeah. They used to give you could put 12 maximum, and they would charge you for every additional after the you said 4 or 5 picks?
No, I'm like, I want to say like mid 2000s, like after 5 pictures, they would charge you.
Hold on a second. That. Then I just say this guy is probably an old timer, but I can't be too old because he's got his books in modern slabs. With custom labels.
Yep.
So that's odd. Like if this would have been old label stuff, I would get it. You know, the shitty pictures and shit and the 0 feedback. Or what is he got? 1 feedback.
He's in Canada.
Yeah, that's weird. But listen, I guess you know how I buy this. If I'm buying this, I pay for this using PayPal as an option. I'm going to tell you why. Because if eBay fails you on honoring you, if you get screwed, PayPal will cover you like a motherfucker. They will protect you. PayPal is and I've told this to a lot of people in the past. If you're not sure or uncomfortable buying something on eBay, buy it anyway, but use the PayPal option because you technically double covered. If eBay fails you, you can always go to PayPal and report the issue with the sale, and they give you up to, I think, minimum 90 days to deal with it. So
it looks like the guy got the book.
He's got feedback.
It sold on the 27th, so it sold on.
No, I'm saying the one feedback he has, is it from one of these transactions?
Yes, from this one here.
Okay, well, there you go.
But, okay, so this book sold on the 27th, and he got it on the 28th, a day later, on a weekend.
What is he? He lives across the street?
That's what I'm saying. He just walked the book over to him?
I don't know. Now you're making me feel weird about this whole thing. You know what that could have been? And again, this is, and I'm sure it's because some of these guys in your chat are very smart and they'll get what I'm saying. Somebody was trying to either he had somebody, his boy, shill bidding. They won it by accident and wasn't smart enough to wait at least 10 days to do feedback. They were like, oh, don't worry, I'll leave you feedback. And that sounds like somebody fucking shill bid. They accidentally won it, and then they gave feedback the next day.
Damn. Yep, that's exactly.
Or this is all just a grander scheme where he's going to keep selling these books based off that one feedback, and then he's going to screw a whole lot of people. And,
Yeah.
because you got to remember, before you list the 15 other books that are huge, hurry up and put that feedback for that one sale,
Mm-hmm.
that big $5,000 sale. You know, I don't know. A lot of things look wrong here. New labels, bad pictures, one picture. If I'm paying $2,000 for a book, I want crystal clear pictures. I want some feedback. I want front and back.
So look at this. This guy is selling not only CGCs but CBCS as well.
Yeah, but I don't get weirded out by that. If he's buying these books already pre-graded, I mean, I doubt.
Mm.
I have a boatload of books from CBCS that I never sent out. I just bought them that way. And
Oh, speaking of that CBCS conversation, this was the label that I was talking about that I really liked. I
Mhm.
love this label. And for whatever reason, they only stuck with this for like a very, very, very short time.
And do you remember the shitty label they came out with very next one after
The
this?
rivets.
The one with the little rivets.
I'm just like, what is? I thought it was an April Fool's gag.
Right.
When I saw that.
It was horrible looking. I think I think I actually wrote them too, because I was kind of getting into the whole CBCS thing. Like I had some kind of like interest in saying, well, these look pretty good, the first ones.
Yeah.
When they changed I was like, I sent them a message right away. I was like, why did you do that? Why? I just said, what's with these rivets? What's with this? Now it looks like a joke.
Yep.
You just clowned me, bro. I said, I think I sent books to get slabbed, and matter of fact, I had a Walking Dead collection, and I remember I sent the majority of it to CBCS because I kind of like the idea of a new company coming in. They seemed really kind of legit, and I liked that label, that basic label. And so half of my Walking Dead collection is CBCS. I think I have about 30 books, all CBCS.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be fun. I have to crack those, get them pressed, and then hopefully get same grade or higher. So I like this guy's books, though. I can tell you that. I just don't trust.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's really weird that the next day he got feedback. So
yeah, it's just too much working against. Supergirl Action Comics 706 DC Universe variant. So this sold for $125. I never see this book. I see like quite a few, like out, not necessarily out in the wild, but just on eBay. I never see this book.
It sold for that price because of the DC Universe.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I never see this variant like for sale out in the wild. Right. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. So impressive price. Okay, so this is Superior Spider-Man number 20, 1 in 50. J. Scott Campbell. I love this cover. I don't have it, but Dino has it.
My LCS just sold that book in a 98 for $600. I should have taken it, but what are you gonna do?
I understand that. So this sold for $711 after 17 bids. I don't know, man. That feels low.
Does it?
That feels low for this. In my opinion.
You see, this is again, I'm in another spot where this I would want and I'd keep, but I'm not going to be into this. Like I said, I could have had the CGC 98 for $600, and I let it go because I'm like, I just don't want to pay that much for a modern book that's really just about the cover, because there's really nothing going on inside the book. It's really all covered with this, So,
Batman newsstand second print, CGC 7.5 sold for $800. So which one you taking? This Batman or the Superior Spider-Man? Which one you taking?
Oh, well, Superior, only because Marvel DC, but I'm always going to go lean a little more towards Marvel. Plus, it's J. Scott Campbell too. That is a perk. It is a book that sells. It does move. And more than likely, knowing me, I'll probably see J. Scott Campbell at a show and get him to sign it and then re-slab it. I do like his signature. He does. He's got a good looking signature, and I like to see him on books.
Okay.
Because I know you're not a signature collector, right?
No, no, no.
So you really don't give a shit, right? Like even with your favorite artist, you don't care.
I would prefer no signature
Okay,
at
all right.
all. But I can't even think of a book where I would want a signature. Oh,
Okay.
I tell you what. There was the Marvel Index for Captain America was a
Okay.
Steranko,
All right.
and I actually waited in line and got Steranko's autograph on it.
Okay.
So, but that's pretty much the only one.
Did you like meeting him?
Yeah, he was really nice.
He's a cool guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a better experience than getting Stan Lee's autograph. I'll tell you that.
Well, that's because he's surrounded by jerk-offs. Steranko is always by himself. Like
Yes.
he doesn't have he doesn't like a panel of people sitting around him directing people.
Yeah.
He is not afraid to tell you no or this is how it's going to be. He's not afraid to talk. So
Mm-hmm. Oh gosh, yeah. It was weird because that line moved, but you had enough time to like actually chat with him. It was weird. It
Yeah.
was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
New Mutants number 25, Art Adams. Sold for what? Close to $300. Damn.
Yep.
Whew. Okay, moving on. I'm actually surprised by this sale. Deadpool X-Force.
Yeah.
Number 1 in 25, J. Scott Campbell. So this sold for 127 after 19 bids. I don't know if this is a fluke or not, but I hope this is trending towards something because I actually have this book kicking around somewhere.
I do too.
So yeah, man, I hope this leads to something.
I don't know where, but I have it.
Yeah. I hope it leads to something. Ghost Pepper number 2. So this is probably the variant of the year of 2025. What do you think?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I mean, not for me. I'm sure there's people out there that'll put it in that level, but not for me.
I think Ben.
You said you said the variant of the year?
Yeah, variant of the year.
But why would this be variant of the year? What jumps out at you?
Just the price. As far as anything else, the price and the fact that it jumped up so high so quickly.
All right.
Because it was for a time. I remember you could have got this off of My Comic Shop for like $60.
Okay.
And now it's like in the $200 range. So
and this is a what, a 1 in 25?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it did come out this year. So
all right.
And I can't think of any other variants that kind of came close to this. You know what I mean? That wasn't limited to like maybe a handful of copies or something like that.
Right.
So top five variant of the year. And okay, so for $400, He-Man Masters of the Universe 9.6. This sold for $400 in a 9.6. So the Dave Wilkins or Dave Wilkinson?
That's for a 9.6, not even a 9.8.
Yeah, sold for $400.
But beginners, the one thing I find is the hardcore Motu comic collectors are very dedicated to their comics. Very much like the Frizz and Voltron. You know what I mean? Like the bonus is if you are a Voltron freak, then the Frizzin is the one to get. I think that also helps with the sales because the diehard following of like that, because Voltron falls a little bit into the anime type of universe.
Yeah.
Because the origins of the cartoon,
Okay, so which one you taking? This Punisher 218 or the Masters of the Universe 9.6? Which one you taking?
All day. Punisher all day.
Punisher still?
Always, yes.
Still?
Again, it comes from bias for me. I'm a huge Punisher fan. Huge.
Okay.
It's a biased question with me. I'm not gonna lie. It is.
All right.
But I've never read, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've never read a He-Man or a Masters of the Universe comic. Never, ever.
It's funny.
I have the figures in the original carded bubbles.
Yeah.
Like I don't have a huge collection of them, but I do grab them when I find them.
Oh yeah.
And I have some of the hardcore ones that I happen to come across cheap, over the years. But I'm not, gonna read I have no reason to read a Masters of the Universe comic. That's something I don't mind watching a movie. You know what I mean, like an animated
Yeah.
movie. But I'm not gonna read the comic.
There's
So,
a live action Masters of the Universe coming out soon enough, and it looks
right.
awful. Looks
Well,
terrible.
you gotta wait until they pepper in all the special effects and all that, and they master the film a little bit. Because haven't we seen Marvel early sneak peeks where they just show you like the filming of it or the person in costume, and it kind of looks kind of clownish, but then when it translates into the actual finished product, there's a little more energy to it, you know?
The issue that I have is that it's set on Earth again.
Right. And you think it should be actual in his timeline. Eternia, yeah.
Eternia from beginning to from beginning, middle to end. It should be on
Okay.
Eternia. That's the issue that I have.
Are you a Motu guy or are you a Masters of the Universe guy at all? Or
Love
okay.
Masters of the Universe.
All right.
Love it.
See,
you should have seen my toy my Christmas toy chest video. I have the Masters of the Universe promo poster from '84. I had shown that off.
See, I grew up watching the cartoon, the first original cartoon, like meaning I got myself in trouble not doing homework because I'm watching the cartoon. I'm like, I'll do my homework as soon as the cartoon's over. I've gotten in trouble because of that shit. And I have my original childhood collection of He-Man figures.
Yeah.
And like I said, I've bought carded and box stuff, but nothing too crazy. When I've come across it at my LCS or maybe some small comic shows. I have a what's his name, Prince Adam on card.
Man, for whatever reason, Prince Adam was like my favorite Masters of the Universe figure for whatever reason, and I don't know why.
Well, my favorite figure on card, and it's gonna sound weird, but Mossman. So I just love the look of Mossman, and I love the fact because if you've ever seen Mossman in a box of toys, he always looks like he's been in between somebody's couch. Like everything sticks to him, you know what I mean? So he always looks like shit when you find him playing with. Or he's got the bald spots, you know, where the what do they call that? The flocking process is rubs out on a played with figure. So when you see him mint on the bubble card, it's such a cool looking figure mint. So any vintage toy collectors in the chat will know exactly what I'm talking about. Mossman is really cool.
Velvety.
They call that flocking, I think. Flock. It's a flocking process.
Okay. So this sold for $651, a 9.8 Spidey 601.
That's an uptake. Is that a newsstand or is that a regular direct?
It looks like a regular direct.
Oh, okay. That seems like it's a little bit up.
Okay. Really? I because here's the thing. I just don't price these in 9/8. I just don't price them at all. I only look at them raw. So I don't know what these go for.
I could swear less than a month ago you've talked about this and it was a $500 and some odd sale in the 9/8. I could swear that we've talked about this less than I would say less than 2 months ago, let's say.
Yeah. All right.
Let's go back somewhere in the vicinity of 4 or 5 shows. And I could swear you brought this out and it was around $550, $560 for a 9/8. So I think this is a little bit on the uptick.
Okay. I'm not mad at it then. Okay. So this is Pop Teenagers number 5, LB Cole Star publication. Okay, so I think somebody got a deal on this. Let's see. Do I have the listing?
And you know what's crazy? This doesn't look like a 1950s book.
No, it doesn't.
It almost looks like an Archie 1980s book.
Yeah. Oh, it's got that vibe to it. The colors are pretty vibrant. This looks like Betty and Veronica.
Yep.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like a 1950 book. It feels like I wouldn't be shocked if somebody said this was like a 1983.
This is the original. So, okay, I made the mistake of actually buying the reprint of this because I just didn't, because my untrained eye at the time didn't realize it. But right here, the reprint says accepted publications.
What year is the reprint?
58.
Oh, so it came out 8 years later.
Yeah.
Did you
But
at least pay cheap for it? You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like,
I paid cheap. I got close to what I paid for it, but I just kind of wanted to get rid of it. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So, but yeah, I think somebody got a really good deal on this. This is great. This is a classic cover.
But
Somebody
that
got a
does
great
look, it
deal.
looks like if somebody said, what if Archie was in the real world type of cover? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like if, yeah.
look at
But
that.
you're right. It has that Betty Veronica vibe with the Archie and what's his name?
hmm
Jughead sitting on the beach.
Yeah,
Same kind of dialogue too, you know? Just a little more
nice,
mature. Yeah.
beautiful cover. Somebody got a really good deal. I think.
Yeah, 1950 for 125. Yeah. That's a deal. As long as it's intact.
All right. Okay, we're in the pulp hour here. Man, I love these pulps. Love these. Look at this one. So we go from spicy to saucy to juicy.
Juicy.
Juicy Tales, bro. 1929. This is a book from 1929. Look at
Yeah.
this, man.
That Juicy Tales, again, we were just talking with the Archie thing. That sounds like
Yeah.
a modern title. It doesn't
Yes,
sound
it
like
does, bro. It sounds like
something
some
1929. Are you kidding me? Juicy?
Juicy Tales from 1929. We ain't playing around here. Look at this. Look at
Juicy.
this.
Even the trade looks modern,
Yeah.
right? Like from before you zoom in, it just looks like from that afar, it looks like a modern, if you eliminate that 25-cent price tag.
Oh my gosh.
Juicy.
Snappy stories. Oh my
That
gosh.
that looks like it should say like Juicy Tales from the Hood. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
Juicy Tales. Juicy belongs on the back of some girl's sweatpants.
Mr. Longshort, if you're watching this is my pick for Long Story Short right here.
Oh, he's gonna put that up now. Absolutely. Because dude, it's actually a really cool cover. It's the girls coming out of the cigarette smoke.
Yeah, look at that.
There's a lot of cool things going on, but it just that 1929. I don't see 1929 in anything here.
Amazing detail. Look at the detail
Yeah.
on this. The match, the ashes, the cigarette with the filter, the tray. Just this. Oh my gosh, the level of detail on this is simple cover. Very, very, very simple. But love this. Love this cover, man. All right. I'm surprised I didn't notice this before because this sold back in November. This sold, and I completely missed it. And this thing sold for $8,000.
Yeah.
8,500.
Well, again, you always have to. I always factor tax on on that level of a price, and that's in the 9,000s.
Yep.
You know, after tax, that's not an 80 $8,500 book. That's like a 9,000 and change book.
96-year-old book. My goodness. Whew. And we have another 1920s book, Laughter Magazine, August 1926. Also another Laughter, December 1926. These both sold for 1,000. Let's see.
About to turn 100 years old.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing here. Let's see. Wow. 100-year-old book. And look at the condition on it. Very solid condition.
Yeah.
Wow. Good. I mean, love the colors on this. Love the composition, subject matter. Just love it. Now this is one not too. Let me see. Boop. Hold on. Another Laughter. This one, I mean, kind of risque subject matter, but I still like it nonetheless. From December 1926. Amazing.
That girl's about to die. The mother of that cub is probably about 50 yards away.
This chick is she's just laughing it up
Yeah,
at this little cute baby bear.
She's about to die.
Nah, she better skadoot on that sled like a sumbitch. Hurry up, lady. Showing a lot of leg there. All right. But yeah, I mean, they both sold for $1,000. Those pulp just scream STD. Yeah. Put a little, this was back in the day. You put a little cream on it, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
Mystery Book Magazine, summer 1949. This is a little late for my taste, but I still love this cover. This is a great cover. Let's see. Do I have?
What is that, like potentially going to be a strangulation cover? Is that what's going on behind
That's
her?
what it looks like. Yeah.
About to choke her out.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. So for $20, this is a great cover for 20.
Yeah.
I love this cover for 20.
Yeah. Square bound is still good.
Solid. Very solid.
What did this sell for?
$20.
Yeah, that's I would buy that all day for 20.
Look at that. Oh my god. If this was on a comic book, forget about it. All right. Movie. What is this? Saucy Movie Tales. May 1937, sold for $13.76.
I don't get it.
Let's take a look. Let me see if we can take a closer look at this.
That book's it looks a little worn.
Let's see. I gotta.
You watching an auction?
I'm watching an auction.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hit top bid, buddy. Go get it. Go get it.
We'll see what happens. Hold on.
I've won some really great books recently, so
I got 5 minutes before it ends.
Yeah, but don't forget, because you're gonna feel like shit if you miss a good. You should.
I should set another alarm for like a minute. Oh my gosh! Look at the condition on this.
Yeah, that's rough for that kind of money, and it can't just be because there's a chick stabbing a guy in the heart, with a knife. There's something. There's got to be something else going on with that book,
right?
It's got to be like, whoever painted that, but
that, I can see it's showing a little, got a little nip slip right there.
But does that constitute $1,300?
I'm gonna take this one to Ben, and I'm gonna see what he says. If it's long story short worthy, he'll let us know.
He'll definitely mention it. It's a mention because of the price, but yeah, I wouldn't touch that in that condition for more than
not in that condition.
The first one is, in my opinion, a much better cover.
Yeah,
and it's over $20, and the other one sold for 13. So I don't know. All
right, got 4 minutes left. Okay, 10-story detective. So this is, what is this? November 1943. Now this is a good cover to me. I love this cover.
Yep, Lady in Red, Bondage. Yep.
Hell yeah. Let me see if I can.
Those detective pulps were really cool. Most of them, I like chasing some of them down. They're about to fucking put her in close her into a box.
Put her in a crate.
He's nailing a crate with a label on it. He's gonna ship her ass.
Look at that. You see what it says? Send by express to the editor, 10-story detective, New York.
Wow.
Wow. This is such a good, like, well rendered, everything. It works. This is a perfect cover.
It actually breaks, if you think about it, that's breaking the fourth wall, right? Because they're including a letter to the outside of the book, to the editor. Yep. So that's like early breaking the wall. What did that sell for?
That sold for $182.
It would have to be a little nicer for me to spend 200, but I would be in on that book for $100 less.
Love this.
$80. $80, I'm into it.
I understand that. Yeah.
But with that, chipping and stuff on the back, I'd have to be around less than 100.
We'll see if this is a long story short worthy book. We'll
But
see.
you can tell him when you send him that. Tell him Heroes said breaking the fourth wall. Oh, let's see if he cares.
All right. What are we doing next? What are we talking about next? Okay, Dime Mystery Magazine, simple cover, November 1946, simple Gams cover. But you see that you have the guy in the back. Let's see if we can show you. But
he's trying to peek under her dress. Is that what it is?
No, he's about to grab her.
Oh, that's not a guy. That's like a ghoul.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, it's a ghoul. Yep.
That's like a demon or something.
Yeah.
He's about to yank her into the. Oh, she's going down the stairs like in a basement.
Yep.
Oh, that's a fucked up cover then. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's your worst nightmare, right?
No lies told there.
Grabbing your foot while you're walking down a dark stairwell into the basement.
No lies told.
And you know when he grabs your foot, it's ice cold in death. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
you know you're fucked when he grabs you. Yeah, that's a creepy cover, brother. That's a creepy cover.
All right, I gotta lock in. I got a minute left.
You got less than a minute. Go to your auction real quick.
Yeah.
Go do it. Because that thing, I bet you that thing has 20 seconds left.
Yeah, 40. About 40.
Yeah, lock into that shit. Is this a modern variant or is this an old book?
It's not even a comic.
Oh, Transformers.
Close.
G.I. Joe, 3 3/4.
It's actually a year in the ballpark.
Is it Duke? Did you see Nate? Nate just picked up a beautiful carded Duke, and it was like a graded, encapsulated.
Did he post it?
No, he showed it in McClay's show last night.
No shit. Okay.
Was it last night? Wait, yeah, Saturday night. Yeah. He's got some collection, brother, of GI Joes, man.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit!
I sold him a GI Joe.
Yeah, he spends up when he likes that GI Joe, and
yeah, for sure. Oh, I won.
Cool.
I won. Okay.
So I guess when you finally get it, it'll be something you show.
Actually, the crowd is gonna have to wait a year because it's toy related.
Was it like a pre-sale?
It's a no, it's a
year.
Yeah, because I gotta. I only show my toy. I only show toy related stuff
once a year.
Yeah, during the Christmas toy chest video.
Really? Yep. I thought you'd do like a quarterly haul. No,
I just wait till the end of the year. And
yeah, but I think you kind of break the rules a little bit. I've seen you do hauls where you creep in a little toy here once in a while.
I used to do that.
No, not no more.
Nope.
Okay, all right.
I want to build up until that Christmas.
You drew a line in the sand.
Yes.
Okay. I saw your recent toy haul, that end of year one. Yeah. It's amazing. But then again, you forget that if you're saying that it took you a year to pick up all those pieces, then it makes sense because some of that stuff you had was just absolutely killer, man. Killer. But you're like me, like I don't like, as much as I like to see that stuff out in the wild, even loose, I rather spend more money for carded and untouched.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think maybe 20 years ago I would buy anything. Like if I found vintage 3 3/4 that I liked loose, I would buy it. But then I started realizing I got a bunch of loose crap just kicking around in a box somewhere. I got rid of it, and then I just started buying carded, everything carded. So
Okay.
The one rule I won't break is I am not getting. I told you this before. I am not getting into collecting carded or boxed Transformers G1s. No way.
No carded or box. Why not?
Nah, it's just it's a rabbit hole. It's so first of all, that's something I should have been picking up 15, 20 years ago. Right now I've seen them at shows. Like there are dealers who do get some collections and they put them out there and it's so fucking fascinating to see
Yeah.
again. But the prices, man. Oof. Transformers is no joke if it's legit sealed in the box. No joke. You know this. I've seen some of the pieces you have. Even on the low end, you're spending $500, $600, $700 on something minty, in box.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and Transformers, there's so much of it, man. There's so much, and it's all really cool. It all looks great in box, and I just don't. I don't want to get into it. I really don't. Which is probably the reason why I don't fuck with Motu. Like I do have a childhood love for it because I do remember walking down the toy aisle and that stuff being brand new. I remember getting them as gifts early on,
Yeah.
but I kind of just made a rule where like if I stumble upon it cheap, I'll buy it. But I am not giving anybody $400 or $500 for a carded Motu figure. It would have to be like some of the rarer figures, like what's his name, Scareglow.
Oh God. I put that out of my brain.
Like I would pay up to between 600 and 800 on a minty carded Scareglow. I have a minty Scareglow loose and complete. I would actually pay up for a bubble carded, minty one, but it's probably less than 5 figures I would give a shit about on card that I would spend money on. But there's so much of it. It's like I'm not gonna. And then where are you gonna put it?
Oh,
I've seen
dude.
guys' rooms where they cover like entire fucking walls with 80 fucking carded figures, and I don't know.
My stuff is going straight into like it's so funny because I'm like so happy when I get it, but then it just goes immediately into some like bin, some dark bin for never to see the light of day again.
You don't have a display room or a wall
No.
or a nook in the house somewhere?
I used to do that, but I'm
Oh.
just like I just want to keep them as preserved as possible.
Okay, out of the
Yeah.
no risk of accidentally falling off the wall or off a
Yeah.
shelf,
But I definitely used to do that.
or the light burning the colors out of the card.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So we'll see you a year from now. When I show you, I'll show you what I bought a year from now.
You know what's gonna be funny? The next time Dino's on the show and you mention that win, he's gonna convince you to show everybody at least the auction win on screen, or he's just gonna say, "Send it to me in the private chat." Watch.
I'll probably send it in the private chat.
Yeah.
Okay, the mysterious Wu Fang. Okay, I messed up on the price because it said because I think I had it at $19.95. No, that's not the price at all. So it sold for like close to 200. But yeah, look at that. Another lady torture cover here.
And Bondage, and then they got the Yellow Claw type villain. Right? Didn't Marvel have a character called Yellow Claw that looked like this guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. That seemed to be like the look they gave any kind of Mandarin type of villain. He had the claws, the yellow skin, the fucking the Fu Manchu facial hair.
Oh, this is Mike. There was a Toy Chest video on Christmas Day. I think you missed it. You were busy.
Yeah. How come I don't see Mike jumping on like he was doing before?
He's asleep. I'm actually surprised he made it for this show. He said he was usually asleep. Yeah, the kid's getting in the way. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mike would give me a good. He's fun to listen to because you guys are like really friends though, really
Yeah,
friends,
yeah, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can feel that in the conversation when he's on with you.
I saw him Christmas Eve.
Right.
I saw him Christmas Eve, and I got presents for his kids.
Now, let me ask you a question. Is Mike a childhood friend or is he like a high school friend or a college
College,
friend? All right.
college freshman.
Okay. And what keeps you guys into each other? Is it because of he's also a collector as well, so it's easier, the
Yeah,
bond?
yeah. We're both big kids.
All right.
We're both extreme big kids. Oh, and his son is like heavy into Spider-Man now.
Cool.
He's like 2 going on 3. He's like he loves Spider-Man.
Listen, I'm going to tell you the one thing that's super, super cool is my son's daughter, my granddaughter. She's a hardcore Ghost Spider fan.
Yeah.
And everything with her is that children's animated Spidey and his friends or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So she knows all of the characters. She knows the villains. I think my son bought her. You ever see the hoodie you zip up and it
Yeah.
zips up all the way and it turns into like a mask?
Yep.
So she does like this. Like she'll wear it. Like she'll flip up the hood and zip it up all the way, and then she'll like she just starts just making me fucking laugh, man. She thinks that it's real, like she's really got like that ghost spider. So I
Yeah,
get a
oh,
kick because for a girl to be into
yeah.
our world, it's fun,
Yo, listen, I was at his house on Christmas Eve, and yeah, that show was playing like on a loop.
Right.
So yeah, I know what you're saying. I mean, but you know what? It's not a bad show though.
Well, she asked me for this Christmas because she's 5 now. She asked me for Spider, Ghost Spider
Mhm.
and Iron Man because now they have an Iron Man and his friends animated,
Yes.
which is also like that, for very young kids. So she asked me for Iron Man, and I just kind of like, I'm like, this is perfect, man. I didn't even I went straight to my LCS and I went to the toy aisle and they had the animated series toys. So
Look at that.
oh, I love this cover.
Okay, so this is a little bit late for me. So this is 1971.
This
It's
is
a
like pre Jaws.
Yeah, pre-Jaws.
Oh, I like this.
But Adventure Magazine, February 1970. Let's see.
Dude, I gotta get this. I gotta get that. And I
Yeah,
gotta get it
1971.
in a nice grade too, because I want that color to pop, that yellow, the blue water, and oh man, everything about that cover is cool.
Okay, so
20
this
29
only
bucks
sold
is
for
cheap.
yes. Yes, this is
Cheap.
I like this a lot. Oh, and she's topless.
Yeah,
Very
I'm telling you,
risque.
everything is cool about this cover. The color,
Mhm.
trade, the shark just coming closing in. He's about to fuck her up because oh my God, they even went in as far as putting the darkness of the full
Yeah.
like body of the shark into the water. Usually, if you notice, they don't go into depth on the actual body of the shark. It's always just a fin in the water. But this one here made it creepier by putting the full darkness of the size of the great white.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's about to get fucked up. She's kicking water too. You kidding me?
Ooh.
He's locked in.
This is a great cover, especially for
Absolutely.
something so late in the game when it comes to pulps.
When you
This
said
is
late,
great.
I was gonna guess after Jaws because of the way it's
Mhm.
the way the cover's configured. But when you said 71, that's definitely pre-Jaws because Jaws came out in what, in 75,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so
So,
this
and the novel was what, a couple of years before that, a few years before that.
yeah.
So this kind of all circulates around the novel in a bit, but that's I gotta get that one. That's definitely gonna go on my want list.
Let's see.
And I tell
J
you what, I wouldn't mind finding that in a CGC slab like a 5.0.
Bro, yes.
I'm definitely in for like $300-400 on that. If it matter if the price says that it should be that high, I will pay it.
So this predates. So this cover actually predates Jaws.
Yeah. Well, you got to go. Forget about the movie. Look up what time, what year the novel came out,
Jaws book release date
because the novel really was pretty big when it dropped. And it was
February
much.
February 1974
Okay, so it
is when the
predates the novel too.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because the novel was much darker than the movie. It's quite the read. I heard. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't read it, but I've heard from people who have.
Mhm.
They said the novel is definitely worthy of a read modern day. It's a dark story. So yeah, I want this, brother. And if I can find that slabbed, I'm gonna buy it slabbed.
Yes.
And I'm willing to pay up for a nice mid-grade, nice 5.0. I
I
want
think
those
this.
colors to super pop out of there.
Yeah, I think this book is definitely. I think this book is gettable, very gettable.
It
and
has
high
it
grade.
has to be. It's $30. I mean,
Yeah.
and I tell you what, it doesn't look like a complete nightmare. I would buy that at a show right now for $30. I mean,
Hell,
in that
you know
condition,
what? Yeah, something to look for now.
I wouldn't even say, hey, what's the best you can do? If the guy had 30 on that as
Yeah.
is, I would take it.
Beautiful book.
Yep.
I'm glad this caught your eye.
Yep.
All right. Now here's some, I'm just kind of curious. Just get a vibe check. Weird Tales, 1937. A 3 sold for what, $92. Okay. Not a big deal. Magic Carpet, 1933. This sold for $163 after 2 bids. Okay. I don't know if it has a Robert E. Howard story or not, but I actually like this one, this fantastic magazine, this fantastic science fiction from 1956.
Yep.
I dig this. I really like this. I don't know if we talked about this before, but I really like this cover. Do I have the listing? Okay. Let's see. Doom. All right. Look at that. It's just something about it. Great levitating lady.
Yep.
Naked, just as naked as the day is long.
Makes you wonder why even bother putting something over her if you're a mad scientist.
I know, right? Just
wouldn't you want to see the naked body floating in midair?
Yeah, I want to see some some jiggle physics. All right, go into a proper slideshow. Bullet Man #1, Charles Sultan cover and art. Bullet Man #1. I never see a Bullet Man.
It's not. I have the first appearance. The first appearance of Bullet Man is in Nickel Comics. I think
Yeah,
it's called, and he's blasting through like a carrier in a Nazi carrier. I have the first appearance.
Okay, now this is interesting because you see the female sidekick.
I think that's her. Yeah, I think that's might be her first, maybe, or if it isn't, it's just a really cool cover appearance of the two of them.
Okay, so you really don't see like female versions of male heroes in like the early golden age.
Usually it's a little boy.
It's a kid. Yeah, it's usually a kid and it's a boy.
Yeah.
So this is interesting. And you really don't see like the female version of a male superhero until like the probably Silver Age with Supergirl and Batwoman and Batgirl
or Marvel Girl.
Yeah, just Marvel. Shit like that. Yeah. So this is interesting. That's interesting. Okay, so check the census. 48 total. The highest being a 9.2. And then we drop down to an 8.5. Okay, so a 6.5 sold for $2,700.
Wow. I wonder what my first appearance goes for. I haven't checked.
What condition?
It is a 2.0.
Okay.
CGC 2.0, blue label. And I won't crack it because it looks like it doesn't deserve a 2.0. It looks actually worse than a 2.0, in my opinion.
Oh, you got a mercy grade.
I'm just leaving it. Well, no, I bought it like that. It was an eBay win. And when I received it, I'm looking at it and I'm like, "Ugh, well, I'm happy just to have first appearance of Bullet Man. I
I
didn't pay a lot
understand.
for it. It was a cheap purchase,
Yeah.
But
Okay. Wasn't it black and white?
no, it's full color.
Really?
Yeah, full
Oh,
color.
okay.
It just like I said, it looks like a copy that was actually on the fucking shit with the like it looks like it has a little moisture damage and a
Yeah.
little rusty staple action going on with it.
Okay.
So I'm afraid if I crack it, I'm just gonna get hit with the rusty staples and the water bullshit and or moisture, and I just think it's gonna be like a 1.10, 1.5, type of thing. So I'll leave it.
All right. Captain America Comics number 63. So a Vince and Sid Shore's cover. First appearance, first Asbestos Lady. Okay, so CGC census 9.6 is the highest with a 9.2 after that. Okay, so a CGC 5.0 sold for $14.85.
Cheap, 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 cheap.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
For that grade.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be I think that's just what the market is, because I've seen quite a few people with timely slabs at
Yeah.
shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell you what, if I was looking to buy, and that's what I was there for, I probably would buy 2 or 3 slabs, because I've seen some really quality grades on some Captain Americas
Yeah.
for under 2 grand, which is very strange because I see people bidding on raw copies on eBay for that same price. I'm like, if you can get a 4 or 5.0 and for $1,400-$1,500, why don't you
Yeah.
just buy it at a show like that? But I don't know.
All right. Okay, so Witchblade 150. I had never seen this cover before. I've never noticed this cover.
Somebody's talked about this before. Now, whether it was on Long Story Short, I feel like it's a Long Story Short book.
And we'll have to see. We'll have to check. Ben is gonna have to check the annals.
Well,
Of,
Ben usually
Long Story Short.
watches the replay of this show, and he'll probably comment in the private chat, and he'll respond to what I'm saying. He'll just say, "Yeah, it was definitely."
I never noticed this.
I'm telling you, I think it was. I feel like it was a Long Story Short book.
Okay.
Not recently though. I'm going back when he's early stages of.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he might have to check, or if he just doesn't, know offhand. But this is a beautiful cover.
Oh, it's absolutely stunning.
Stepjen Sejic store variant. Okay, so the census on this is 10 with only 298s. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Only 298s. So it must be, I don't know if it's I would like to know the print run on this.
That doesn't
definitely covered that book. Okay.
That doesn't look like a how do you say doesn't look like a regular retail book. It looks like something from a show or some kind of an Aspen type of,
Yeah.
It doesn't look like anything I would have seen at an LCS on the wall. So
yep.
I bet you there's something more about that.
Okay, so a raw copy sold for $100. You know what? I can't believe I didn't put that freaking book. Hold on, we got to talk about this. Shoot.
Hold on. You said you're going with your father? Oh, you're going to his house? Okay.
Dang it. BATMAN 2NDPRINT SKOTTIEYOUNG. Okay, so shoot, we totally forgot. Okay, so this book here, for whatever reason, I didn't put it. I meant to put it in the slideshow, but I whiffed. Okay, so look at this. Look at the price on this. Look at this. Okay, so we gotta hold on.
I like the title. It says maybe the rarest.
I know, right?
It sounds like he almost finessed somebody into paying that. I don't know.
Look at that.
That better be original art, man. Did somebody get a sketch cover done by Scotty and $5,000? Come on.
Oh, come on. You
Please
gotta.
please tell me that's original art on a blank.
Okay, so this sold for $1,050. This.
It doesn't matter. I mean, what is it about it? What is it?
Hold on, let me see. Ah,
That's
shoot.
crazy.
Because I put. Okay, hold on. All right, so this sold for $1,000. And okay. Absolute Batman. I know I had Absolute BATMAN 2ND PRINT SKOTTIE YOUNG SKETCH. There was something about this.
Mm-mm. There's nothing you can tell me about that book that makes it $1,000. Unless,
Okay, so
like I said, unless
jeez.
Scotty himself drew that on a blank. But fuck out of here.
Let's see.
Or unless somebody tells me that, there was only like, 10 of those printed for some kind of retailers, convention or some bullshit, or retailer day.
Hold on. I gotta find.
Or is that a friends and family direct from Scotty? Limited to 25.
Because there was something about this that it got canceled. This thing got canceled.
Why would it get canceled?
I know.
Batman?
All right, so
Oh well, listen. What do I know?
exciting news. We decided to jump on the second printing of Absolute Batman #1. We will be back with a black and white. It will be a black and white ink of the art with the virgin cardstock cover. Just 1,000 copies available, and dropping the same time is something to Killing the Children #0.
It's still, if there's 1,000 copies of these, why is it a $1,500 book?
Okay, so take a look at this. So we updated the post. Well, dang it. Unfortunately, we need to cancel our second printing. The entire print run was just not up to our standards and expectations. We made the decision not to reprint due to the wacky, fun goals we have to close out 2020.
Okay, so this was an unreleased book.
Yeah.
So this is a book that maybe somebody who worked there decided to save it and then re-released it out to somebody.
Yes, that's what it seems like.
Okay, if that's the case, maybe.
You get it now?
I get it. No, I mean, but it would still have to be super hardcore Scotty Young collector. And again, one of those guys who are a hardcore completist, and you would really have to know the background on this. Like, this is a canceled book and some employee, pulled some copies and he saved a few,
Yeah.
But does that mean that maybe the overall print run was damaged and they just decided to ditch it? So maybe somebody who worked there said, "Hey, these 5 don't look too bad," and
it feels like they had an initial print run and they just kind of, I don't know. It's so weird. I'm trying to figure out more. Like, if anybody has more about this, yeah, please let us know. But
again, it makes a little sense if that article, what that means is the print run got fucked and they ditched it, and then maybe somebody decided, hey, these don't look too bad, I'm just going to throw these to the side, and if nobody looks this way, I'm just going to take them home, and maybe somebody leaked it out, I don't know. Or maybe Scotty himself, maybe he just said, well, these don't look too bad, I'll use them for my live auctions or for my website, the 3 or 4 that look good. I don't know shit. Let me stop guessing, but whatever, it's a lot of money for a Scotty book, so there better be some legit, like,
Okay. Oh geez. Let's
But
see.
you know what really hurt about this? What if you find out a year from now or 6 months from now that whomever, saved, 300 copies of these, remember like that Spawn book?
Yeah.
And guys were paying out the ass for the Spawn book, and then all of a sudden one day somebody shows a picture of a spread on a table of like 200 copies of it. Then what does that do to the value? No.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
so sorry folks, but we need to cancel our second print of Absolute Batman #1 due to a print run that doesn't meet our expectations. We will not be reprinting
Yeah, the first
unsigned
print the
copies.
the first print was in color
Right.
because I have the color version of
Yep.
this.
Unsigned copies of the first
Okay.
printing are still available. Signed copies and CGC are sold out. Thanks for the
Hmm.
understanding.
Hmm.
Okay. So they had like a little bit that they put out, but they just weren't going to continue. Okay. All right.
Hold on 1 second.
Sure. So that's interesting. All right. I was trying to I was just trying to find as much info as I could on it, but it's oops, hold on. Okay. I don't know if you guys saw that, but Stupid Fresh Mess. And this is Scotty Young's. Okay. Hell
All right,
yeah.
Chad, take it easy, Chad.
All right. And this was a year ago. Okay. And I think that's it, everybody. That's it. That's it.
Looks like Chad, we're all going to bed with you, Chad.
I'm going to sleep my damn self. I'm going to try to. Oh, we got 33 minutes on the Bears Niners game. So
what's the score? I got money on that game.
38-42.
Who's got
38-42 SF.
Oh, good. All right. I got the 49ers, yeah. And it's just win or lose. It's not this is a personal bet with a friend of mine. So
all right, everybody. We're out of here. I thank you guys for watching. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here BSing with us about comics. And
are you doing a after New Year's show on Sunday?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100%. Unless I get sick or something like that. But yeah, good time. Rivals the NFL. Yes, Hot Book Alert rivals the NFL. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. We'll circle back because I don't think we'll have Long Story Short, but we'll circle back here for an all new Hot Book Alert live. All right, everybody.